What's poppin', fam? Welcome to Don't Touch My Mindset, a podcast that is designed to uplift, inspire, and motivate you, and most importantly, share tools to help you protect that mindset. Ooh, I am excited. I am excited to be back with you guys. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. I'm your host, Jay Chase. If this is your first time here, please rate, review, subscribe, press the follow button wherever you listen to your podcast on. This is season 7. Season 7. I like the number 7. One, because it can stand for so many different things from numerology, biblical standpoint, scientific, like so many different standpoints. And so I just Googled it a little bit. I was like, what does this number 7 mean? Intuition, wisdom, growing self-awareness, spiritual revelations, big shifts that can make positive impacts in your life. So like there's so much energy around the number 7. So I'm excited about this season. And I was thinking as I was outlining the season, thinking about what I'm going to bring to you guys. You guys have been rocking with me for 7 seasons. That's absolutely insane. And for those who are just now coming, or this may be your first episode, like we talk all about those things. Intuition, wisdom, growing self-awareness, personal development, professional development, spiritual revelations. Like we talk about it all. But the thing that really stood out to me is in the biblical context, the number 7 means completion, to be full. And I'm like, yo, that's dope. And no, this isn't the last season of the podcast, but I want to focus on bringing you to completion. That version that you're striving for, that person that you want to be, that mindset that you want to have, that you don't want anybody else to influence, touch, or affect. I want to strive you to be full within yourself and bring yourself to completion. So today we're going to look at what being complete looks like, what it feels like. This is something I'm striving for too. I'm no guru here. I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to do it, what to do. Like I'm going to tell you personal antidotes that have helped me get to the place that I've been, right? And it's crazy that I'm on season 7 because I'm 7 years sober as well. So as we continue to grow, as we continue to dive into different mindsets this season, I want you to keep that at the forefront of your mind, bringing yourself to completion. So today is that mindset of bringing yourself to completion. So I love you guys. Let's keep rocking. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Rate, review. It really helps the show grow. I love you guys. Thank you. Let's dive. So I always want to start off with a quote, and today's quote comes from an anonymous source, but on the Motivation app. And it says, never take anything for granted. Be grateful for everything that comes your way. I love this quote because I can apply it to my sobriety. I can apply it to my life, my mindsets, the things that I've been through as I continue to go throughout this journey of improvement and personal development, right? And so that brings it super close to home that I gotta appreciate the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. I gotta appreciate everything that I've been through in the past 7 years to get to this version of me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be bringing you this podcast. I wouldn't be speaking, coaching, training. I wouldn't be doing the things that I'm doing in order to be the best version of myself. So it makes me think about season 7, the number 7, today's mindset is about bringing yourself to completion. 7 years ago, I didn't see this version of me, but I saw a version of me that I fell in love with. And I said, I'm going to complete that. I'm going to start developing myself in order to become a finished product of that person that I want to be. And so I started putting in work. I started doing the things that I needed to do in order to become that person. And I'm not coming to you from a place of, oh, you need to get up out of bed. You need to get up early. You need to do. No. You need to map it out. What does a complete version of yourself look like? What are these big shifts in your life that need to happen? Do we need to spend more time in prayer to get some type of spiritual revelation? And how can we grow our wisdom, our self-awareness, our personality in order to better serve the version that we want to be, right? So as we explore today's episode, as we explore today's mindset, we bring ourselves to completion. Like, these are things that I've done as well, and these are things that I've thought about. These are personal reflections of mine that I'm sharing with you, and I'm grateful that you're here to listen to it. But I need you to be grateful for every part of your life. Not just the good parts, not just the cute parts, not just the highlights, but also the dirty, grimy, nasty, ugly parts as well. You gotta be proud of those parts. And not proud in the sense that you got yourself into the situation, but you brought yourself out of that situation. You brought yourself out of that hole. And now you're in the best position possible to serve and be a light to someone else. So I'm super excited about that. First things first, I want you to write down, what does completion mean to me? Write that down. Write it if you got a notepad out. If you are going to journal later, that's the first question I want to ask yourself. What does completion mean to me? And when you think about this, I want you to think about your starting point. I want you to think about being able to reach your full potential. I want you to be able to reach your full potential. I want you to think about achieving actual self-awareness. I want you to think about achieving actual wisdom. What do these things look like for you, and how would this higher version of yourself operate, right? It's not an easy journey, but you need to look at your life in all the aspects: mind, body, soul, intimate relationships, networking relationships, business, career, finances, all of these things that you got to take a peek at in order to bring yourself to the version that you want to be in all types of completion, right? So there's different meanings to completion, right? A finished product. And I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again so you don't get this confused. Your potential is not a goal, achievement, or a finished product. What completion looks like is completing a version of yourself that you have set out to make, that you've crafted, that you want to become, and then you make daily choices in order to get to that version of yourself. And that's bringing yourself to completion. Now, there's going to be changes, there's going to be shifts, there's going to be involvement. Like, I don't think the vision changes, I think it expands, so we got to grow into the next level of ourselves. But there's a completed version of yourself standing in front of you that you got to step into. And so that brings me to my second point of the journey of self-awareness. Knowing where we are, knowing what drives us, what makes us tick, makes us go, makes us energized. Like, being able to really understand ourselves drains us. Being able to understand ourselves from a point of awareness of, I know this is what I need, I know that this is what I resist, I know that this is my biggest room for improvement. Like, that journey of self-awareness is never ending. Your self-awareness renews every single day. So on this journey of completion, as we travel through this season of the podcast, I want you to think about how much your self-awareness is growing and changing every single day. How much of your self-awareness is being renewed? How much are you taking from what you learned yesterday and applying it to today to move forward towards this complete version of yourself, right? And then I want to talk about the big shifts that come with bringing yourself to completion. There's some things that we're going to have to stop doing. There's some things that we're going to have to start doing. And I need you to take a moment to reflect on what's hindering your growth and what's progressing your growth. Make 2 columns, make a T-chart, whatever it may be. I need you to really take a moment and think about these things as you continue to grow yourself. There's old habits, old conditioned behaviors that are going to come up that's going to try and bring you back to this safety net of security that doesn't allow you to grow. And I want you to grow so you can experience all that life has to offer. You can experience life at your fullest potential and your fullest capacity. As you continue to grow, like, you're going to realize that your capacity expands. And I've talked about this in previous seasons, but I need you to look at all aspects of this and be able to bring it into one so you can have that completed version of yourself, right? And so let's talk about practical steps. Let's talk about practical steps about building self-awareness, bringing yourself to completion, embracing the big shifts that come with life. And first and foremost, let's take it back to the quote. Never take anything for granted. Start cultivating gratitude for everything that you experience in life, from how you handle conflicts, how you handle challenging moments, from the moments that you represented yourself very well, moments that you're proud of, moments that you made an impact, moments that you were validated or you contributed, moments that you were holding yourself to a high standard and you executed on that. Like, cultivate gratitude for every moment. Like 7 years ago, I was in prison, and I was grateful that I was there because I know that I was on the road to a better and more whole and more complete version of myself. Now, I'm grateful that I get to get up and go to work every single day. I get to produce this podcast for you guys. I get to run the 90-day personal growth challenge with a community of people that are passionate about their personal and professional growth. I got the app. I'm so grateful for so many things, and that started with this small piece of gratitude from being grateful that I was in prison. And I'm not saying that I'm proud of that. I'm not. What I am saying is that I'm grateful that I've experienced that. I learned from that, and I applied that to today in order to push me to a more whole and complete version of myself. Number 2, right? Practical step. Write this down. Trust your intuition. Please, start learning to know what your intuition sounds like. If you're praying people like me, turn to prayer more often than you try to be your own problem solver. Quit trying to solve your problems and then pray about it. Quit trying to go meditate about your problems after you've expended so much energy. Take a moment, stop, trust your intuition, listen to your inner voice, listen to your higher self, listen to the wisdom that's being downloaded into you, and trust your intuition. If it's telling you take a left instead of going right. See what comes up. What's the worst thing that can happen? We got to go backwards. We got to restart. That's my philosophy. I love to restart. No, for real, I could be having a bad day. It'd be 10 o'clock. I got up at 6, 5:35, whatever it may be that day. But if things aren't feeling right, I'll just restart. I'll go take an hour nap, wake back up, make a cup of coffee, like the day just started. It's okay to press the restart button and trust your intuition on when you need to do that, right? And then I want you, lastly, to reflect and take action. One thing I love about the sports world, one thing I love about athletes, one thing I love about when I was playing football is that on Saturday mornings, we had film. We had to come in and watch film from the game the night before. Whether we won or lost, we had to watch film. And so what an athlete does when they watch film is all they're doing is reflecting on the decisions that they made, reflecting on how they played, reflecting on why they went left instead of they went right. And then we have practice, all right? We watch film first thing when we get there, and then we have practice because we make the adjustments. We take action on the reflection. Even if it was an ugly game too, I was making all types of mistakes, I was hyped up, feeling pressure from people watching or whatever it may be. I take time to reflect, and then we practice and we take action to not make the same mistake twice, to not make the same mistake in the next game. Let's take time to watch film on our life. Let's take time to watch film on how we've made decisions. Replay it. I like how we like to say, play the tape forward. I love to play the tape in reverse. I love to replay the tape because I want to know what decisions got me here. You are exactly where you're supposed to be according to everything you've done to get here. It's completely up to you. So daily reflections, weekly reflections, monthly reflections. I encourage all of them. That's something that I do. Every 90 days we do a reflection. Every 30 days we do a reflection with the community. If you're not in the 90-day personal growth community, get in it. Check the show notes. Links are down below. But get in the community. Get around some people who are passionate about growth. This season is going to be super exciting This is the first episode. I want you to know that we're talking about bringing yourself to completion. We're going to be taking principles, bringing in guests for pivotal moments is coming back. I'm super excited about the things that we got cooking up for you in this season. So I want you to stay involved. I want to hear your feedback. If anything resonated with you from this episode, rate, review, share it on social media, tag us at Don't Touch My Mindset or at VJ Chase. Super excited for you guys to be in community with us. October 1st, quarter 4, the 90-day personal growth challenge. If you haven't ever committed to 90 days of personal growth, this is your call to action. This is your time to do it. This is the moment that you get to look at yourself and say, I'm ready to grow. As we reflect on our life, as we cultivate gratitude, as we start to trust our intuition, we got to start putting ourselves in places of intentional growth. And the 90-day personal growth challenge is perfect for that. So please check the show notes, sign up October 1st. We're starting our quarter 4 challenge. Super excited about that. But yeah, sorry this came a week late. I know I said it was going to be August 20th, but hey, here we are. You're getting it now. October 19th and 20th, we are in Tacoma, Washington, doing a 2-day workshop. The Amplify experience is back. We're going to have some guest speakers. We're going to be diving deep into communication, leadership, personal growth, professional development, all of the things for 2 days in person, Tacoma, Washington. Check the show notes. You can get your ticket now. Mentorship, if you're in the mentorship community, you get 25% off. If you work at Multicare Hospital, you get 25% off. Super excited to be bringing you guys the Amplify workshop in October 19th, October 20th, we'll be there. Super excited. I love you guys. Thank you so much for rocking with us. I really hope that this has helped you. Hope this has resonated with you. Hope this has inspired you, motivated you, uplifted you. We're back next week with a brand new mindset. Until then, stay focused, stay inspired, stay connected, and please, 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 don't let anyone touch your mindset.